So with some full spine cars, the interesting thing, kind of nice thing, is that the same exact method I'm going to use at my neck is the same for the upper back, is the same for the lower back. With any cars, of course, there's different sorts of positions we can take advantage of that are going to make, movement more isolated to one area or another. But beginning with just a full spine sort of action, we're going to isolate at the neck. What I'm going to do is widen my stance just to feel nice and stable, rooted to the ground. And for my neck, I'm going to start by flexing the chin down toward the chest. Now, one consideration there is that as I flex down, you want to imagine that each of those bones in the neck, one over the other, is moving kind of incrementally as we flex down. So as I reach to end range of neck flexion, I'm going to choose to rotate now to the left, effectively kind of dragging my chin across my chest. And as I get to the end range of rotation to the left, I'm going to bend my neck to the left, kind of bringing my left ear over my left shoulder. And as I reach the end range of that lateral flexion, I'm going to begin to extend the neck, and in some respects, draw a line across the ceiling with my chin as I transition over to the right into right lateral flexion, at which point I'm going to bring the chin back down toward the shoulder and the chest, and trace a line back toward the midline where I finished a rep. Now I can go the other direction as well, where I'm going to begin maximal neck flexion, chin to chest. I'm going to drag my chin across my chest to my shoulder into right rotation. Laterally flex my head, sort of ear over right shoulder. Begin to transition into neck extension, drawing a line across the ceiling with my chin, into left lateral flexion, chin back toward shoulder, drag chin across chest to the midline. We've done our neck cars. Rather than isolate into the upper and lower back, we're going to kind of do both at the same time here. Now what I like to do is give myself a really strong bear hug. Okay? And from this position, we're going to start, same as the neck, we're going to flex. Now I'm trying to imagine in my mind as I go down that I'm starting by flexing into the upper back, and then one vertebrae at a time, all the way down until I can feel that flexion happening in my lower back. And once I'm done with that flexion, again, I'm going to rotate now to the left. Once I get to the end of rotation, I'm going to laterally flex here, bringing, in this case, kind of my shoulder over my hip. As I get to the end of that lateral flexion, we're transitioning into extension. This time, drawing a line across the ceiling with my elbows, into right lateral flexion, and then starting to kind of tuck the elbows back down as we rotate back to the midline. Reversing that motion. Beginning, of course, with flexion, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down through that lumbar spine until I kind of feel my tailbone or thereabouts. Now I'm going to rotate to the right, laterally flex, bringing my shoulder over my hip, transitioning into extension, drawing a line across the ceiling with my elbows, into left lateral flexion, left rotation, flexion, and neutral.